Are we muted? No. Okay. I figured it out now. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a technical genius over here. Bong bong. Welcome to the show. This is the Bodycast. I'm your host, Copasetic. Also, we have
Pathogenic.
And today's special guest,
G Show, Glock Party in the building all around. Actually,
welcome to the Glock Party podcast,
part 2.
the bootleg.
Yo, shouts out to those guys out east. This is, of course, the r/rap battles Bodycast, and r/rap battles, the official subreddit of the international culture of battle rap. You can find us on Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, and the official Discord server. It's in the links below. This is the only place for fans to go for battle rap news from around the globe. Yes, it's us. And boy, just happy to be here today. With these good people. Obviously, you know who Pathogenic is, you know who G Show is, because you are
maybe.
The people that watch this show, extremely well versed. They're some of the best like battle rap fans in the world.
If anything, quite possibly the most intelligent people that exist on planet Earth. Even.
Yeah, they're among them. They're among that level, in that same echelon. And
I'm just saying, Path is the regular co-host, so
right,
a little bit more well known in the Reddit circles.
The Reddit circles, as we call them, for sure. And just generally, the people who tune into this show are just generally smarter than everybody else, and better fans, better human beings. They're good people, and what do good people need to really enjoy this show, to really bring it to the next level, to make sure that you're getting the most out of it, is something we call the community cheers. And how that goes down is you grab your lemon water, your regular water, or your coffee or beers, and you join us now for the community cheers. Cheers. Oh. Instantly better that we do that all at the same time around the globe. It's fantastic.
My IQ went up like 20, 30 points there.
Yeah, that's normal. You should feel better after it. That's just a common reported feeling effect of the community cheers. So yeah, if you feel something from that, feeling like more of a sense of unity and more of a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood, what have you, that's because of the sip, the community cheers. So there's 3 minutes.
We're just killing time here.
That's what this is about. I've got a quota to meet, so let's get into it. Lots of news around the globe today. Obviously, I think that the biggest card that was announced was the Kings versus Queens from URL. What are your first impressions? Of that card? 2 days.
I think it's
it's 3 days. Yeah,
shit.
There's like I think the Friday is like a tryout day, kind of like they've got a lot of names I don't recognize on there, and then they've got the main card on Saturday, and then like a sort of tertiary day on Sunday with some notables on there.
Yeah, definitely still excited for day 2 or 3. Sorry, excited for day 1 as well, because it's always nice to get talent coming in, especially on Queen of the Ring, with female battle rap becoming as popular as it is now, and being on URL. It's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to Jack Boy and First Lady Flames because of their relationship. So it's one of those things where it's like, where is it gonna end up going? Are they gonna be meaner? Are they gonna be, it's one of those interesting situations that you don't see very often.
Are they actually in a relationship?
I think that if they're not, they're at least close with one another.
Okay. Yeah.
Spicy.
Not a date with battle rap couples.
Yeah. Like if Danny Myers and his wife were on this card, it'd be the peak,
T-Rex and his wife. There's a lot of fun celebrity soap opera-ness to battle rap that I'm just ignorant of.
I'd say Surf versus Vixen is the one for me. I mean, that's kind of Vixen's been on quite the run the past couple years, and then Surf's obviously the Cortez battle didn't happen, but he was on his streak of dropping 30s on people. So hopefully that lives up to the hype.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it ends up being as good as it's billed. In the same way, I'm also hoping that Geechee and Jazz is at the same level as the hype for it. They've been going back and forth on every social media platform that they can, and I just hope that it ends up being as good as it is. Geechee's doing kind of his Danny Myers tour right now and battling, I think, 3 times this month, finishing with the Kings versus Queens card. So
amazing.
Yeah.
He just did a compliment battle versus Frack on the Nicest, which is the other
right.
Working hard. What is this? April 30th. So this month. Impressive. It's Charlie Clips versus Yoshi G, DNA versus Official, Sue Surf versus Vixen, Averb versus Casey J, which a lot of people are talking about for obvious reasons.
Yeah, well, this is a positive podcast. I'm not going to talk too much about how I feel about Averb and his views on women.
For sure. The man has some, let's say, polarizing opinions, and it's really
opinionated man.
Yeah, he's got a lot of opinions. But Casey J is also
perfect addition to this card.
Truly.
Yeah.
Casey J is also somebody that can really make that work to her advantage too, right? I mean, like I've seen Casey tear into somebody, and you got 3 rounds of verb, like it's very doable. But we'll see.
He needs, in my opinion, to actually perform and not fall into the trap, which is talking about everything that's happened with Casey, because the last thing I want to hear is Verb's opinion on it. So if he actually comes to battle her and her character on stage, it's going to be a much better battle than if he's going to battle the KCJ that he knows privately in front of everyone. I don't know. That's just my take on that battle. It's going to be something that people want to watch for sure.
For the spectacle alone.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe everything will be very cordial and everybody will be very polite to each other.
We'll see.
Geechee Gotti versus Jazz, Jackboy Mame versus First Lady Flames, Suge versus Miss Miami, JC versus C3, Steves versus Elijah. I thought he was a guy.
He is a guy. They're doing a couple of preliminary battles for URL, because on day 1 I think Gluezy and
that's right, yeah,
and somebody, I can't remember who he's battling, but they have that match, and then Elijah Straight and whoever we just were talking about.
Steams.
Yeah. Steams.
Good job, Steams.
Kings versus Kings.
That'd be rough, right? You're on the Kings versus Queens. Oh, who'd you battle on the Kings versus Queens card? Steams. Did you the what card? It's like
odds we get which one of us is the queen bar from the guy battles that's happening.
Facts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's up, BJ?
What's up, Ben?
BJ's in the house, and Beamer is also in the house. It's a good tension. It's the tension that we have when you sense tension. It's the tension that we have.
Who is the tension between
us and having a really good show? Or positive Averb. So okay, cool, interesting card, neat, great to see Queen of the Ring, great to see females represented in Battlerap. Let's move on. The Nicest. This is a crazy card. If people haven't seen, the Nicest is a really impressive card. It's the first time ever that we see Marv 1 versus Quest McCody. I know that was teased on the Blackout however many years ago when they did a 2-on-2. But this is this is sort of really impressive card when you look at how many battles there are and the names involved. I don't know. What do you guys think? Type it up now.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The entire card was compliment battles too, was it not?
It was.
So is this the first card that's also multiple, like it's strictly compliment battles?
That's correct.
A major platform.
Probably is. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah. Rome. Yeah, a really brilliant idea. I mean, like, because that can get old, I think, if you do too much of it. But when you have these people involved, I feel like the level of talent is such that you're not going to get a bad battle, and it's not going to become stale. We
Well, and
got
also I think the way that they're not releasing it as like a whole like they didn't stream it or anything, right? They're putting it out on Barstool, or are they putting it out on like a television platform or something?
Sling TV, which I
Yeah.
don't know about. So cool.
It's like I don't know how they're releasing it, but I imagine that would be a way to make it, not stale as you release them one at a time and as like episodes or whatever, right? And it's more accessible to maybe the general population than, regular Battlerap, which is full of, material that may not be suitable for, television or just the general population, right? You do compliment battles and they're, more curtailed to the casual fan.
And super entertaining for even a non-casual fan.
Hey, Shake's here.
What's up, Shake?
What's good, Shake?
Finally added me on the Switch. Yeah.
For people who don't know, it's Roan versus Real Deal, Gichigati versus Frack, Marv1 versus Quest Makoti, Caustic versus Cali Smooth, and Sharon versus XQZ. So, like, really top tier talent the whole way through. And this happened just yesterday. We tried to hit up XQZ to jump on, but he is taking a siesta because it was quite
busy man.
He's a very busy guy, and it was apparently an amazing event. Quite a good time had by all.
He's not on the podcast because he doesn't want to be on here with me because he's
really nice
alone, but against me.
Speaking of tension,
he's just ducking me. That's all it is. But good for him. Really, really proud of all the guys that were on that card, and especially for how successful it was, because I heard that everybody had a blast, and that Marvin Quest really lived up to not pulling any punches, but being amazing. So
we got the actual r/rap battles thread for this announcement, and some of the best comments. XQZ says, "I finally get to tell Sharon how proud it makes me that we look alike." And I find it hard to believe Caustic will have anything nice to say to Cali Smooth. And we could have had Nitty on this card. Is that Sharon versus Fat Sharon?
This is not a compliment comment thread, that's for sure.
The Reddit people, you know how they do. Ruthless. But yeah, just a lot of people really hyped on this card and excited to see where this goes. If this is going to be a regular thing that Roan does, or if this is a one-off, yet to be revealed, I guess. Cool, good stuff. Let's get into it because we got a lot to talk about today. So that was America. Boom, America, you're done. You're done. Get out of here. We're going to Canada, and we're going to talk about Beast Mode released Dysfunctional versus Locust. And if you don't know, Locust is a really, really, really old school King of the Dot battler. I think he was on the King of the Dot channel back before there was GZ and all that stuff. And Dysfunctional is a young up-and-coming battler from Beast Mode who's really good. He's on the promo game. He's sort of figuring his stuff out, and he's got a lot of potential. But I don't know. I liked this battle. What did you guys think?
I'll start by saying I thought it was hilarious, which is kind of, I think, the reason that they were matched up with one another, because Locust being a comedian outside of battle rap, and his style has always been tailored to the more funny bars and things of that nature. It worked really well. And then Dysfunctional has a lot more of a sarcastic, laid back, funny way of delivering his material. So I thought that it was really great to see them, especially being, for a Beast Mode return for Locust and that kind of thing. It was great.
Yeah, I thought, you could kind of see the separation in their styles, like in terms of eras. Like Locust was very like very rapid fire and trying to like squeeze as much kind of material into like I'm not sure what the best way to put it is, but like he just had like a lot more like dense content, whereas Dysfunction was more loose and kind of you know, like Locust pacing doesn't really change as much throughout the battle. Like he's very like his rounds were longer. He's very kind of like relentless with his comedic material. Dysfunction was more varied. His rounds were shorter, but he kept them fresh that way as well. Yeah, as Shake says as well, he's doing a No Coast soon. He's on that card with I think it's B Magic and Dallas Cash, right?
Huge card.
Yeah, it's a really big deal. Shout out to Dysfunctional for getting his international water shoes wet.
Yes. Nice. Yeah, that's a great card too. Check that out. Shouts out to No Coast. Great. Another great young talent for Beast Mode to develop. Love what those guys are doing out there. It's been I don't know, the first quarter of 2022 so far, and they've thrown 2 events, and they've got stuff back up and running again. It's great to see. So speaking of Canadian battle rap, G-Show here is he's a, what are you? You're like a part of, you're part of. Is there an official title?
No. I mean, there's no money in battle rap, so I can't really call it like a job or a position really, but I guess I'm technically staff with Set the Bar Entertainment, which is new battle rap brand on the west coast of Canada, Vancouver area. We've done 2 events now, 2 live events. Just did one last week on Friday, which was very successful in terms of turnout. I mean, with restrictions dropping, it's a lot easier to get people out and back to some sort of normalcy with live battle rap events again, which is really nice.
Yeah, our city has a long history of battle rap events, and it's dope that STB stepped up to create that platform. Now, this happened during or before the pandemic? So like right before the pandemic hit, wasn't it, or something? Can you tell us about how Set the Bar came about?
After I mean, the community is essentially the same as KOTD Van and of course Smoked Out BC era. It's a lot of the same battlers. So after Smoked Out split up, we made a new brand called Set the Bar. Unfortunately, the timing was of course, as you said, not great with the pandemic. We couldn't really throw events for a while. We started off with 16-man video tourney, which we did through the summer of 2020. So that was kind of our launch point to get off the ground. But since then, it's been a long road of trial and error trying to get events started. Like we tried to do one in August 2020 that didn't pan out. So October of last year was our first real live event, which was it's good to get back at it. We had a lot of the Ontario guys out here from Beast Mode. So we had Jo, A1, Dysfunctional, as we mentioned earlier. He was on the card as well. Dubs, and so we had a lot of those guys coming out to show support and be on the card. I think it's important to establish those connections, especially within Canada right now. Canada's been really I think hit hardest by the restrictions in terms of battle rap. Like it's been pretty hard to throw consistent events coast to coast. So it's good to see we have Set the Bar in Vancouver, Smoked Out in Alberta and Manitoba and Thunder Bay, and then Beast Mode in Ontario, Capital Rap Battles, DMS. I think DMS just did an event on, was it Friday?
Yeah.
Trevi and Chrome posting about it.
Yeah, I saw
They're
some stuff
active again
about that
too.
too. So I don't know what it was, if it was the finals of the tournament that they had going on, because they had the French and English side of a
Right.
tournament
Right.
that was happening. I don't know if that was the actual event itself or if there was other things.
Shouts out to DMS. DMS is super dope. I don't know how that missed my radar. That should definitely be something we cover. Maybe when they start releasing their drops, we can give them a little love. But yeah, I mean, hearing what you're saying, it's almost surreal to be able to come back from the pandemic and think, oh, we can throw whatever kind of events we want. We can really do anything, and it almost feels like a fresh start. Like we don't know what's happening with King of the Dot in other parts of Canada yet. But the community is still here, and it's a community that we built over a long period of time, and it's great that we are able to keep it going. So
yeah, I know Smokehouse doing their 420 event next week, which is a smaller thing, but you guys have got events coming up through the summer as well, right?
Yeah, we got lots of stuff lined up coming up in various different places, and as I don't know when they get announced or what that's going to be. I'm just sort of the guy who has the chain. So as they get announced, we'll be able to talk about it more. But for right now, it's more so on a smaller level, I guess.
what's up, Fuller? Look, it's Fuller's in the house, everybody. Hey, the man who straddles the line between Alberta and BC. Pause? I don't know if I paused that. I said
I
it.
think just be safe.
I can't say straddle anymore, I guess.
How you doing, Fuller?
So now, a great event last week. I was there personally. I thought the main event was really the best.
Hope.
Yeah, it was really the best battle. At least half of it was just mind-blowingly good. Yeah, great to see everybody. Really great vibes. And what do you imagine is the future for going forward for Sythe Bar in Western Canada?
Immediate future, we're trying to do an event in June. We've got June 17th locked in for the date. Same venue, which I think is good for these. I wouldn't say smaller scale events. I think you were alluding to this. I can't remember where, but talking about it being a pretty good venue for these, like about 100 people or so. If you're trying to do that size of event, so that's what we're doing for June. Trying to get some older Vancouver names back if possible. So Mike has this idea of wanting to bring back some battlers who have been around in a while. Trying to get them back into the scene, create some interesting matchups with the newer era guys. Me and Path were talking about this recently. It seems like locally within our respective scenes that sometimes everybody's battled each other already. You look at with the pandemic, there's lots of battlers who have drifted away from the sport, or they're taking a break, or they're not as interested anymore. So I think instead of you would think that you'd want to bring in newer talent and newer names, but reaching out to some of these older vets can be beneficial to the scene as well. So that's what we're trying to do for June, and hopefully a card in the August area of the year. I don't know how to. Forgot how to phrase that mid-sentence. But yeah, hopefully something in August as well.
Fire. Amazing. Right back to it. And are you guys thinking of, is it going to be something where you do Northern BC as well and maybe dip into Washington? I know that Idaho's got a scene that they're developing.
In terms of reaching out to talent, for sure. I know in terms of like Northern BC or the interior, BVB is trying to do an event hopefully this summer.
Sweet.
I think in terms of bringing up people from Washington, August might be the type of card for that. Since we're trying to do more of a Van City focus for June, we still we still have our finals from the video tourney that we haven't done yet, which is Shine 9 versus Vocab.
Can you tell us about that? Is this for the championship? Because I heard that there were some stipulations around how the champion is going to work for Set the Bar.
No, it's just they'll be titled the Season 1 champion. If we do a Season 2 tourney, then we'll have, I don't think we'll do video battles again, but if we do some sort of tournament format, it'll be, a fresh start each time.
Cool.
So it's like, like March Madness or something. There's a new champion every year.
So you're saying there won't be one champion?
That's right.
Okay. I hear you.
Theoretically, anybody could go for it if they were so inclined.
I might just call myself the Set the Bar champion. I might just brand myself as the Set the Bar champion and be like, man, you can't really do anything about that.
Your own
chain. Is it too late to change your name on the podcast?
Actually, edit this. Set the Bar champ. We get a little chain made, get a T-shirt made, a big hoodie, and in the back it says champion. And then from the year that Set the Bar started, I mean, no, bro, me first. Let's go. We just
gotta fight it out now.
Let's do it. He's got a bit of size on me, but I'm younger and more spry. So, amazing. Well, it's I
think Fuller's got the dad strength as well, though.
He has dad strength, right? I need to pop out a couple kids, and then I don't know if I do the popping, but regardless.
Yeah, he definitely one-ups you on the fact that he knows more about propane and propane accessories. So
that's right.
I am taking a couple of L's right now. That's beautiful, man. I mean, when people think about Western Canada, there's a lot of great talent that is out there. I know that, Creative, I consider him to be one of the best in Canada. And, you and Gingerbread Man and Pigsty and DDSS, like, I don't know if those guys are super active anymore. I know Pigsty's got his channel, but as far as battling is concerned, as Ellipsis as well, there's a number of really like great world renowned, but, well-respected battlers and talent in the Northwest.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of, as events get popping again, we can build up that momentum and remind people of, who's really out here. Alberta as well. It's everybody kind of centralizes on Toronto, because they have, the larger population, more battlers. They can throw events more regularly with, the battler pool that they have. But we have, lots of guys out west that are talented as well. And hopefully, as events keep going, we can, get those guys not only looks in their own communities, but, getting them out to other leagues, other events,
build them up.
Me and Path did iBattle back in October, which was a great experience. I think there's lots of guys, that can travel out there as well, get their name out there. Ellipsis did the No Coast iBattle event recently,
which was crazy.
I know Pat's been a big
fire. Really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, Pat's been a big proponent of Johnny Knox getting out there and getting some looks as well.
Johnny Knox is great, super underrated.
Would love to see Knox on iBattle. I think he'd kill it out there.
Yeah, so there's definitely some names out here that people need to be more aware of, and hopefully we can build those up over the next few months, couple of years as we get back to being more active.
It's going to take years for us to be able to release the same amount of events as other places.
Yeah, we don't have the luxury of iBattle being in New York and having like 2,000 battlers at your disposal. You can switch in and out and create matchups with.
Yeah, but the fans are still here. I mean, and that's really what's going to be the key moving forward, is build this fan base up. And so shouts out to Redshirt Mike, who just jumped in to watch. Who's been a big. Not only is a great battler in his own right, he's very talented, but he's been working behind the scenes in BC Battlerap for longer than I've been around. So shouts out to him. Does great work. Also shouts out to Bill Board, who is, again, another great promoter who's fucking good in the ring. He's a good battler.
That's not Billboard.
That's not Billboard.
No, that's JC.
Oh,
but shout out to Billboard.
Shout out to
Shout out
Billboard
to-
still.
I
Sorry,
shout out to JC.
Billboard's name is Jared, right?
Is Jared, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
There are more than one person named Jared.
No, it's
You see
really,
Jared, and you're like, oh, yeah.
Billboard, that guy. But shouts out to JC too. And I think I saw him at the New Wave. Yeah, it was really, really dope.
Yeah, he just did a battle versus Jebediah as well on. Well, it wasn't part of the Grow House tourney, if I'm correct, but
where are you getting these updates?
It was the like sort of the main event of the small Grow House tournament card that it was. So that got released not too long ago, I think. Yeah.
What is the strategy here? I haven't seen any promo. I haven't seen, like, I don't know, because man, I would like to have seen that. Did it?
The battle gets publicly released on YouTube, and Cope's just like,
Wait, what?
where is this?
Where?
When did this
Did
happen?
it really drop on YouTube? Holy shit!
I don't actually know what the 100% strategy is when it comes to the release of information about the tournament, the matchups that have happened, that are still yet to happen, that kind of thing. None of the tournament battles have dropped on YouTube just yet. JC and Jebediah was separate from it and got released because of that. If I had more information or knew what information I could say, I'd be able to, but
For sure. Of course. Responsibilities. Billboard made the Snaggletooth Bandit. Okay, so I'm going to just stop showing comments if I don't know what that mean. But cool. I mean, I'm interested, very interested. It feels like Smoked Out's been quiet, and probably for lots of other reasons. I have no idea about, Alberta's got its own restrictions, its own things. But there's, like we said, a lot of talent out there, and would like to definitely be in the loop on what's going on, man. When are you defending your title again? When are you gonna?
Not sure just yet, but the rumbling is that after the Grow House tournament, there is going to be a main page tournament that will have a significantly large cash prize as well as Battle Me. So. Yeah, it's
independent agent.
Does the cash prize go to the winner of the tournament that gets to face you, or does the cash prize go to the champ?
That don't know just yet. Like, I don't know if the cash prize is included in the battle, or if it's going to go to the winner. I think it's the winner of the tournament will get the cash prize, and then
they can just lose to you and they still get the cash, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Like, you don't even have to win, technically, right?
Yeah, I mean, most people that lose to me don't get any money, so.
Losing is super fire. I just have to shout out Daylight while we're on the topic. But amazing stuff. That's pretty much what's going on in Canada. And great. We have plenty of time to talk about the crazy shit happening in the UK right now. So come with us across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, as it were. And let's talk about, what was it called? Absolute.
Premier Battles.
Itself, yeah.
Amazing. So unfortunately, Nugget versus Raptor couldn't go down. And Nugget is obviously, one of the best in Ireland, if not the best in Ireland right now. He's amazing. And he was a member of the IJC. Some people don't know. So he was unable to make this battle with Raptor, which a lot of people were looking forward to. And Premier Battles had to replace him on short notice with our guy, friend of the channel, Frost. Boy never lost.
Crazy.
Yes.
Absolutely crazy. What a run he's had so far in this last little bit. It's going to continue on. I mean, getting this short notice battle with Raptor and then also battling CJA next month. So, international opponent who's considered one of the best currently on the East Coast, and then also battling one of the best currently in England with the Raptor battle. So I think that he keeps up the momentum that he has. There's no reason that he couldn't be considered one of the Champion of the Year frontrunners for England, for UK.
That's a good point. He's battling somebody from regular England and somebody from New England in a very short span of time. And
Yeah, he just battled Koj as well recently.
Yeah.
And then he did the 2-on-2 with Frankie, so he's been, very active in the past, half year or so.
And what I love about Frost is that you don't see a sort of, repetitive. You don't see all these guys battling a lot and it's boring now. It's like every time he comes, he's saying some cool shit. Every time I click a Frost battle, I know I'm going to hear some dope shit.
Yeah. 100%.
Even on short notice, like he always seems to come up with something that keeps you entertained. For
real. I thought his lowest effort battle lately was versus Yaneth, and that shit was hilarious.
That was amazing.
Crying, laughing at that. So check out Frost if you haven't already. Huge star up and coming in the UK scene, and he's stepping in for Nugget. Hope everything is well with Nugget. But that absolute card it looks crazy anyways. It just looks like all the top tiers. A lot of fun.
It's going to be great. And Joey Gambello's getting to go across too, and so that'll be a great international matchup with Rivers too.
For real.
So really, really excited to see the Canada representation over there and see how that goes.
Yeah, that's a great match. I think a lot of people maybe are sleeping on it because it's hard to imagine in your mind, but Rivers is incredibly clever and a very, very talented performer. And of course, Joey, similarly, just electric performance. I think if they have, at their best for 3 rounds, that could be battle of the night easily. It's just lots of talent in that one match. But yeah, the absolute card. What do you think, Chisho? Have you seen it? You know what we're talking about?
I haven't seen. Well, I've seen it. I haven't seen the full card. I don't think though.
Do they have it anywhere? Do they have it in one place that has all of the names?
Yeah.
Well, I can probably just check their page and pull it up.
Yeah, on their Twitter, I know that they posted it. They posted it before that Nugget dropped out. They had posted it on there because they've got a 1-rounder on there too that just got announced that they also added to the card Matter versus
Sam
Heights.
Yeah,
and then they have they're doing the title match, right?
Yep.
Bizzo and Koj.
Very exciting.
Has a lot of hype around it.
We might have to get one of those boys on here, just talk their shit, see what's up, because it's a really great title match between two of the newest sort of, I don't know if say new because they've been around, but like the newest bigger names in UK Battlerap. This is not
they got Visual versus Georgie on there as well.
Oh, dope.
That's going to be a classic too.
That's really crazy. I like both of those guys a lot.
Yeah. Speaking of Georgie, he came over to iBattle with LS Dean, and they had a couple battles released this week. Go check them out on iBattle. LS Dean versus
Lord Giovanni.
I got it. And Georgie Roots versus Archduke Red Cat. Bong. Yes. Thank you. I'm getting there. Which was really great too. I don't know if you guys have seen those ones, but I thought
I liked both of those battles a lot.
For real.
Both very entertaining. Not super long where it doesn't, your attention doesn't stray. Like the content was, very great from all 4 MCs. All 4 of them bring very different styles to the ring. I think Georgie and Archduke both have that kind of swagger about them, I think.
Right. And haymakers too. They can build up to something that they know is going to set the room off. Yeah. I thought, now I watched you versus Lord Giovanni, and I thought it was a clear victory for you.
Thank you.
No bias, but a little bit bias.
A little bit, but I'll take it.
When I watched, it seemed like a totally different person when I watched him versus LS Dean. I thought it was a brilliant writing, very concise, very focused, specific. Just in general, I thought his writing was light years ahead.
I think he's always been a good writer. It's just a matter of figuring out what you want to be as a battler, like who you want to be, and being kind of comfortable in your own skin up there. which I think he's made a lot of strides in. And people just discover that at different points in their career. Some people, it comes right away, and others, it takes a bit of trial and error in the ring to figure out, who you are and, what the best approaches are for you as a battler.
And
he had that. I'm trying to remember what it was that he had this crazy rebuttal, I think, in the second.
Yes.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember exactly the quote, but I just remember being really impressed by that. Him being able to add that to his repertoire and be comfortable up there, spitting rebuttals as well as his writtens, which are fantastic.
This is the really cool thing that I thought after watching Georgian Archduke and Gio and Ellis Dean was that Gisho and I both saw, Gisho battled Gio on Goda, and we saw Archduke on the first night. And so you got to see the change in both of them from October till when that battle happened, which was in end of December, I think. So in 3 months' time, both of them had leveled up heavily. I mean, an international opponent it's nothing to sneeze at, right? Like when it comes to who are we going to give somebody that's coming overseas, like you got to give them someone that makes it worth their while to come over here. And Lex setting them up with two of the young guys that he has a lot of faith in, and them having such great battles, it was really impressive. And from there, both of them have gone on. I mean, Archduke battled Appa, who is, growing into a huge star, and Gio battled, I can't remember exactly who he battled after Ellis Dean, but now he's battling Death the Kid, who's also a huge star on the come up for my battle as well. So it's one of those situations where getting those opportunities, finding yourself within those couple battles, as Gisho was saying, really can help elevate you to the point where you get great matches and perform so well.
For real, good shit. Shouts out to iBattle as well. If you are not subscribed, definitely check them out. They've got a bunch of young talent that they're developing. Really great battle rap stars and a great battle rap platform. So the guys came over from the UK, killed it, wildly successful by all accounts. And in the same week, Georgie Roots versus Funky D, the very controversial No Loose Chat match drops. And for people who don't know, I'm going to try and set up the backstory a little bit from my limited knowledge, but please correct me if you hear me putting my foot in my mouth, as I trust you will do. Because Funky D is a rapper. I think we had Hulk on the program. We had Hulk on the program in one of the early days of the Bodycast, and he discussed, Funky D is a rapper who's very successful. He had a hit, and has sort of been flirting with joining a battle rap league and getting in the ring. I think he was set up to battle Shoddy Horror, and he was talking all kinds of shit on Twitter, which is great and great promo. And then it didn't go down for some reason. And then eventually, somehow, No Loose Chat was able to set this up between him and Georgie Roots. And a lot of people were saying, myself included, I wonder if he'll even show up. So very, I would say volatile, but it's a ever-changing situation. Funky D, he's a star. Will he bring his fame and his talent to the battle rap ring, or will he get squashed? Is he talking a bunch of shit and he can back it up, or is he even going to show up and perform? The battle happened. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about it in the community, but did you guys watch this battle? What did you guys think?
Yeah, I was very unimpressed with Funky D. This is a positive podcast, but I'm turning to the heel. I turned my hat around because it's not a positive thing to talk about. But
you got to do what you got to do.
It's really hard for me knowing all of the shit talk that he'd been doing. I mean, even to the point where he was saying that the location he was in was a no-fly zone for Shoddy, and that it was going to be, all this kind of talk, and it's going to be so crazy. And he gets into the ring and he literally said nothing. There was nothing that I watched in his whole round that I was like, that was good. At least that was good. And when it comes to the altercation stuff that had happened, it started in Georgie's round. It was a 1-rounder and it went pretty long, but while Georgie's rapping, and his material was crazy. It was perfect for dissecting everything that was wrong with Funky D. And we've talked before about how that can get under people's skin, and especially with somebody who has built up this persona of themselves about being a tough guy, about being, a great rapper who's going to come in here and just do great. And then he is in the match and flipping the side. He's trying to do something to throw Georgie off because he knows that this isn't going so well for me. He's got a lot of really good stuff. He's kind of hitting all the points. So he tries to flip sides, which is one of those things. It's a great strategy that could work. When Georgie tells him, go back to your side, that's when shit starts to pop off. Boom. We got to push where, things are starting to get weird and it's heated, and you can already tell that there's some form of animosity that's happening. And it's not until towards the end of Funky D's round that he literally, for no reason, after saying a bar that wasn't even great, he was just saying, your girl works at EMT. Well, she's going to need to use mouth to mouth to resuscitate you. And then he 2-hand touch pushes poor Georgie Roots basically back to New York is what it looked like, just off screen. And it was a situation where I'm watching it thinking to myself, I'm fine with physicality in battle rap. I'm fine with, pocket taps and people getting upset in each other's face. But that was 2 blatantly disrespectful things that didn't need to happen. Georgie didn't respond to it. And if you want to put it even in English terms, you can go with it like soccer, where you had your first issue, boom, that's a yellow card. Is what it is, we'll get past it. But you've had your second issue, that's your second yellow card, you're fucking out, bro. And a lot of people were like that after watching that happen, where they're like, I don't want to see him anymore. And I personally don't want to see him anymore. I mean, if Georgie's round wasn't so great, after the weird push at the beginning, I would have stopped watching. That would have been it for me. So Funky had nothing in it that made me want to watch him. As soon as he pulled that bullshit at the beginning, I was like, fuck it, man. Like, I got no love for what you're doing in this battle whatsoever. So that's my take.
The energy, it's all wrong. The way you were talking to me. Show, did you see this one?
No, I didn't watch it.
Okay. You have no idea what we're talking about.
No, but it sounds like a case of someone who just shouldn't be battle rapping. Like, if it isn't for everybody. Like, let's be honest, some people can't, like the most trivial, like you said, like Path, it wasn't like a super serious bar or anything. Like, the most trivial insult can, set the wrong person off. So I think this just sounds like a case of someone who shouldn't be battling. Like, if your skin's that thin and it may not even have been about, the content or the bars. Like, it sounds like his material probably wasn't getting a lot of reaction. If I may saying is correct. It's like, yeah, go ahead.
On Funky D's, like I listened to the battle. I thought his performance is really good. There's a lot of people who can't perform like him, and just straight up and down. Yeah, I don't know if I was feeling the material, but definitely he's a good performer. Sorry, I don't know if that was worth interjecting for.
Yeah, I didn't watch the battle, so I don't really have an opinion that holds too much weight here. But like some people are like that. They don't get reaction, and then they're super pissed off because they think that they're the greatest, right? So you have to have that sort of a level of humbleness if you're even if you're like, a rapper's rapper, you're trying something new for the first time. You have to kind of humble yourself and your expectations, I think.
Yeah, I think that especially, we were talking about this last week, the week before, that there's an idea that you have of yourself, and when that clashes with reality, it can be really jarring and cause somebody to react violently or react in a way that would be very, normally unbecoming in social situations, just because they have this idea of themselves, like you said, of being really dope And here they are against somebody who's actually dope, and they're getting their ass kicked. It's like, it's kind of fucking a lot to deal with. So
yeah, and the other thing that I was thinking about it too that I didn't really care for was Georgie isn't the biggest, most intimidating guy overall, and Shoddy is a big, intimidating guy. And so when you're talking all this shit, you're not going to do that to Shoddy if that's who you do end up battling, because he's going to knock you right the fuck out for doing something like that during a battle. So then I also look at it in a way that it's now you are doing it to a guy who's smaller than you because you can. This wasn't a part of your plans beforehand. You have added it in now because this is your way to show that you're better than Georgie Roots, is because you can push him around the stage. And that's not what battling is. If that's what you want to do, then go fucking do MMA. Don't battle.
Yeah, it's whack. It's whack. The vibe is whack. Don't do that. Don't kill our vibe. Everything that No Loose Chat is building as well. That, you know, it's a great channel. Definitely check them out. Give them a subscribe, because they've been putting in a lot of work and they've got a lot of talent on their channel. And this sort of like overshadows things. And yeah, like you said, you know, if it was shoddy, it doesn't matter who it was, because it will always look bad. It will always be either the guy's smaller than you and you look like an idiot, or the guy's bigger than you get knocked the fuck out for a viral moment.
It just doesn't work out either way. So I don't want to take away from how great Georgie was, especially coming back from New York and doing it not that far away from having a great battle with Archduke and then having a crazy one-rounder, literally saying everything that everyone on Twitter had already thought of when it comes to watching the back and forth between Funky and Shoddy. So I don't want to take away from that. But unfortunately, when an incident like that happens, that's the only thing that you can talk about, because it's just so outlandish compared to what you would normally see in a battle. So
Georgie's already he's kind of acquitted himself very well in the hierarchy of UK and international battle rap already, that, you know, this is going to be a distant memory eventually.
100%.
Like he's been really consistent with, you know, great matchups and great content. That, you know, he's gonna you know, he's got Visual coming up, which should be, you know, fucking crazy on Premiere. And then, you know, it's only I don't know, would you guys say he's top tier in British battle rap right now? If not, I think it's, you know, it's only a matter of time. Like he's already headlining cards and getting great looks out there, and, you know, getting flown out to iBattle. I feel like, you know, if KOTD wants him out here as well, that could be something he does. Additionally, with that, you know, connection with Premiere being opened up, Bizzo getting flown out here. You know, hopefully we see more British guys getting, you know, across to this, you know, side of the ocean.
I'd say that Georgie's definitely, if he's not already considered top tier, he's on the cusp of it. If you look at his resume, I mean, he's battled Tony D, he's battled Bobby Rex, he's battled Koj, and this is all recently within the last couple of years.
He hasn't looked out of place at all.
No, he's battled literally guys that are considered legends over there, right? Everybody knows Bobby Rex. Everybody knows Tony D. Koj's battling for the belt next. And then going to iBattle, and then battling Funky D, and then battling Visual. And then, like, there's so many things that he's done that if you have a list of top guys from UK battle rap right now, he's got to be considered on it, in my opinion.
Yeah. He's not getting a lot of opportunities and flopping. He's hanging with people. He's out there, he's sparring, he's actually he's in it. Beamer asks, do you guys think the UK has better battlers right now? Do you mean better battlers right now in comparison to years previous, or do you think better battlers than in Canada? Because that is an interesting question that I'm sure Canadians think is easy, as well as British people feel is easy as well.
Well, I mean, like, it's a hard comparison to make because, you know, the UK and the US have both stayed pretty much active consistently through the pandemic. Like, they haven't slowed down at all. They've been, you know, throwing events, you know, really without stopping. I think one of the real advantages the UK has as well is they're, you know, geographically, they're a smaller area. So it's easy for guys to travel between leagues, between cities. You know, it's not like, you know, me and Path can hop on a bus to Toronto and, you know, it takes a couple hours and we're there, right?
Right.
These guys can hop on a train to London, Manchester. They can, take a flight to Ireland, wrap is full, stuff like that. It doesn't, it's not hurting their pockets terribly. It doesn't take a lot of time. So it's easy for these guys to get a lot of matches, a lot of reps in. Whereas, Canada's so fucking big that, if you're in Vancouver or if you're in Calgary, you either have to battle locally or you're coming out of pocket to battle somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So these guys have it's a lot easier for them to, especially these newer guys like Georgie, Frost as well. They get a lot of practice, a lot of experience battling on all these different platforms.
That's very true. It's a really good point. If you're up and coming in say even Vancouver here, it's once every 3 months. Hopefully you can get a look on a card.
Yeah, and Premier Battles has a battle they have an event every month.
Yeah, amazing.
So that's one of those things. Practice is what develops better talent. You can take a good battler, and if they have enough practice, they can become a great one. And so I would say in the last 5 years, because I believe that's what Beamer was saying, is in the last 5 years, do I think that they're better? I would say that they are. And it's a matter of not only practice, more battles, but also sort of a cultural shift, moving away from the don't flop era where there was all the issues that had happened in Premier Battles becoming as big as they are now, and the way that Briggs and the way that Shoddy are moving the league. I think that it would definitely promote better battlers coming out of there.
Yeah, it feels like it's a lot more healthy, and we'll see. But yeah, a lot more united. Maybe when Don't Flop collapsed, people really understood what they had and how difficult it is to actually build up. Are you in Surrey? Are you still in Surrey, Show? Just nod yes. Somebody's died around you recently.
Yeah, is that because you can hear the sirens in the background? So I muted. Yeah, I'm in Surrey, so as you can tell.
Keeping it the realist. I hope everybody is well out there.
Somebody isn't.
But yeah, no, to your point, I mean, it's like you have Don't Flop, and that sort of feels like it's going to be there forever. And then when it's taken away, you have all these leagues pop up, and it's like, wow, we actually, we had something really special there. And now I think you're feeling that respect with Premier. It's like we have to stay together, build together, and build something.
I love that they're still doing the academy, like they're still keeping that going.
Academy's super fire.
It's really hard to compete with that first class because you really had like the best of the best up and comers. But like the fact that they're still doing it, they're still giving these guys opportunities. It's like, imagine like in the US you have URL, in Canada you have KOTD, and in the UK I guess it's probably Premier that's the top dog right now. But you have these guys like Shoddy and Briggs running it that are watching these new battlers from day one pretty much, which doesn't happen over here, right? So if you're a new battler in the UK, you're getting like the most experienced talent scouts watching you from the beginning and offering you advice. I think Bizzo is running one of the teams this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's Bizzo and Koj. Shouts out
Bizzo
Scomo.
and Koj. Yeah, Scomo's in it, right?
Yeah.
But it's great for these these newer guys coming up. You're getting that like advice firsthand from these guys who've been doing it for years. That's like if like a tryout battler or a PY battler here getting organic watching their battles, or Pat Stay or something, right? Which isn't a thing obviously, but like I think that does help with the just like the talent development over there. Like it's a great model, and it's definitely working for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. It's beautiful to see the synergy there, and maybe as some sort of model that other leagues and other places could build for themselves to keep building the talent, because they got a lot of talent out there. Shouts out Gas Buff, friend of the show, friend of the program, Gas Buff, who's Team Koj, and Team Bizzo, obviously. It's very exciting. It's a great sort of development concept that's, as a fan, I want to see it too. I love the promo these guys are doing.
Yeah,
and
it creates a little bit of a friendly rivalry too, like Team Bizzo versus Team Koj. I forget who they had the first season. It was Tox, right?
oh yeah,
Tox
yeah.
who was the other person? But it was very like, you know, like a rivalry, but not too serious, right? Like at all the academy battles, you had like, you know, everybody standing in one corner and all the other half of the battlers standing in the other, like, you know, gassing up their guys, and you know, it was a great atmosphere.
It reminds me a lot of the Ultimate Fighter too. The same feel as from the first couple seasons of the Ultimate Fighter, where you have the two coaches that are set to fight at the end, and then you also have the competition of wanting teams to do really great. And so Bizzo and Koj being in the next title match, and then having these academy guys that are going to be going at it's really, really
it
fun.
adds to the narrative.
100%.
Super fun. Good shit. Check them out. Premier Battles UK. Check out their Facebook group, UK Battlerap group. UKBR group. Is that right? UKBR.
I think.
Okay. Yeah. And keep tabs on all those guys, and also Rap is Full and the UK leagues around there.
Yes.
I think that we've officially covered everything that has happened in the world of battle rap. Still waiting for, personally, I'm excited for New Zealand to throw the hat in the ring and see some more of their talent. We got, you know, great guys down there, like PFAC and JP80, and there's a ton of talent down there. And I hope those guys are doing well and able to throw events soon. But as far as the rest of the world is concerned, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for jumping on this week. It's been really dope. What do we, remember to just read the sign up thing. You can see the white of the document flex on my face. Oh, so also, that's all for this week, folks. Remember us. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and join the Discord link in the sidebar. In the sidebar of like Reddit, but it's not in the sidebar of YouTube, which you're watching right now. It'll be in the description of that. Also, you know, we would never ask you or peer pressure you to like and subscribe this video. Like and subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe the video. I'm doing a really good job. But we've noticed that, you know, in the analytics, you can tell the majority of people who like and subscribe and comment are very cool people. They're the coolest people, and that's what they're doing. So if that's what you did, I mean, you would be lumped in with them. I don't know if that's what you want, but just as a heads up, that's what cool people are doing. Shouts out to Path and G Show. Solid, cohesive sales pitch there.
Thanks. You can find Pathogenic on Twitter and Instagram. It's Pathogenic GG on Twitter.
Yes, and then _Gregoric on Instagram.
And you can find G Show on Twitter at Glenn_Nelson.
Yeah, we're just a couple of boring guys that use our real names and shit.
It's like a secret to use your government name. It's like
nobody knows. I made my Twitter like 10 years ago and just used my real name, and you know,
shit, really.
I'm like, I feel like I don't know if I should rebrand, but I'm scared to give it up in case I somehow become famous one day and want to keep it.
So. Like it's Glenn Nelson. This other Glenn Nelson's got my Twitter account. But yeah, great show, guys. Thanks for coming on, and we'll catch you guys next week, next Sunday.
Peace out.